Alright guys, this module is going to cover what to do or how to go about moving or setting where the money that is not already in your TSP account goes. Basically, the money that is coming out of your paychecks every couple of weeks if you're a federal civilian, or every once or twice a month, whatever, if you're military. That's the money that I'm going to be talking about in this one. Okay, I'm going to show you how to set up where you want that to go. Don't expect to find information on where to actually put it right now in this module. I just want to cover how to actually go about doing it. We can worry about where to actually put it in a different module, and also that's subject to change. There's a whole bunch of different strategies there, but anyway, let's go on to the TSP page, and I will show you how to do this. All right. Okay, so again, you go on to the TSP homepage and log into your account. And after you get through, after you fill all this information in and log it in, you'll get to this page here. Okay, your account balance page. I didn't mention this in the interfund transfer module, but I remember to mention it now. Down here underneath your account balance, there's these two pie charts down here. So the one on the left says account distribution, and the one on the right says contribution allocation. So account distribution, that's the money that is already sitting here in your account. So whatever this balance is, that's how it's distributed right now. And this is where if you want that money to be moved any different way, then that's where we talked about the interfund transfers earlier. Now, if you want the money that is not yet in your account, if you want to know where it's actually going to go once it gets into TSP, this contribution allocation pie chart right here will tell you where it's going, where it's set up to go. Now, let's just say you want to actually change that. So is maybe you like you're going to see in my case, before I actually quit serving the military and government, my contribution allocations at the time were 100i. I don't contribute anymore to my TSP account, so I don't really have a need to change that setting. So it's just kind of a wasted effort. But I went ahead and went through the steps of at least simulating it just for the purpose of showing you this. But now, in order to change where your money actually goes, or at least the incoming payroll deductions, now which funds they go into, we're going to come over here where it says online transactions and hit contribution allocations. That'll take you to this page right here. Again, it pays to read. As of 4/12, your TSP contributions, including loan payments and transfers from other plans, if applicable, are being invested as shown. So if you have payroll deductions, if you have loan repayments, or if you're transferring in from another qualified account, they all follow this same setup here. So as you see here, my current setup is 100i. Of course, that's not where I would necessarily want it to, definitely not where I'd want it to be right at the moment, but that's where it was when I separated. But which is fine, because I can show you how to actually change this. Now let's just say if I want my new money to go to the G fund instead, I'll get you to this point here. Hit request contribution allocation right here. Also, before I do that though, again, finish reading. Your new contribution allocation will apply to all new money being deposited to your account. It doesn't have any impact on the money that's already in your account. This is a very common mistake that gets made by a lot of you guys here, and you guys can eliminate a lot of these mistakes by simply reading. All right, now at the end here it says the contribution allocation requested before 12 noon Eastern time on a business day will generally be processed that night. Caveat here, okay? If you're a federal civilian, you only get paid once every other week. Usually, at least DOD employees like what I was get paid every other Friday. Some of you guys might get paid on different days. Also need to be aware that some of you have your closeout dates on a different day as well, and some of your pay periods are different from others. So Example, if you work for the National Weather Service or NOAA, whatever, I think actually more National Weather Service as far as I know, your pay periods are set up differently than the way someone who works for DOD would be. So don't expect that just because one person says this is how theirs goes, doesn't mean that yours is going to go the same way. If they work for a different agency, their pay periods might be completely different, and their deposits might go on different days. This is another common question that gets asked too: is what day does my money actually get into my TSP account? I'm going to cover that in another module now that I brought that up. But contribution allocations is fundamentally where your new money goes to, or where it's set up. And this is I just want to cover how to actually adjust that if you need it. Okay. So we're going to hit request contribution allocation. And we'll get to this page here. Enter percentages and whole numbers only. Do not use decimals. Total of the percentages must equal 100%. Do not use dollar amounts. So it works the same way as interfund transfers. It's just a matter of which money you're dealing with. Are you dealing with the money that's already in your account, or are you dealing with the money that's not yet in your account, but you want to make sure it goes to the right place? This just covers what goes to the, what's not there yet, again. Okay, so you're going to get this page. You'll have these forms here. Just put in numbers in there in terms of percentages, and make sure they add up to 100%. I'm gonna now, as you see here, I put 100% G fund just as an example here. So I basically want to change my my contribution allocation, or as we call it in the group, the CA setting, from 100I to 100G. So I'll just put the 100 in there. When I hit tab, whatever, to go to the next block, it'll automatically change this to 100%. Once that's at 100%, I can go ahead and hit the continue button. And when I get to that, it's going to show this. It looks exactly the same as the interfund transfer form. It shows the email confirmation information here. You got to set up, make sure it goes to the right email account before you send it. And then you look in here to review what changes you've made. Make sure it actually is showing you the information that you're expecting it to show you. And after that, just hit the submit button down here. I'm not going to actually hit it because this should be the last page here that I showed and demonstrate. But it's that simple. Once you do hit submit, though, it's just going to send you load up another page that tells you that it's confirmed that you changed your setting. That's it. And you'll eventually get an email confirmation later that night, more than likely, or the following night. Or if it's on a weekend, of course, it won't happen until Monday. I'm going to just go ahead and end this module right here. Again, I want to just try to keep these relatively simple and to the point, and I'll add in the more modules that cover a little more details that you might have questions about. Okay. All right, that's all for this one. Look forward to the next one, right? Thanks.